Did you know that when a woman truly misses you, she rarely says it out loud? She won't send a message that says, "Hey, I miss you like crazy." That would be too easy, too vulnerable. Instead, she lets it leak out in small scattered ways, like the late night texts that don't really say anything but still show up on your phone just before she goes to bed. The hey with a random meme attached. The way she reacts to your story faster than anyone else. Or the way she suddenly posts things that sound just a little too personal to be for the public. Things that feel like they were meant for you. See, when she misses you, it won't be loud. It will be quiet, subtle, strategic. She's not reaching out because she's weak. She's reaching out because she's hoping you'll break the silence first. She wants you to notice. She wants to feel like she still matters, even if neither of you has said it. Have you ever felt that? Like you're being pulled back into her gravity, even though nothing has been said, and everything feels like it's supposed to be over. Let me tell you a story. There was this guy, normal dude. He didn't chase her when things fell apart. He walked away calmly, kept his pride, didn't beg or text or blow up her phone, and for weeks it seemed like she didn't care. Nothing. Cold. Silent. But slowly, things changed. She started liking his old photos. Real old ones. Ones from last year. She watched every story he posted but never replied. Then one day, she posted a song. One they used to listen to. Nothing directly to him, but if you knew the history, it was loud. That song was a message. You see, she was missing him, but pride, ego, fear, those were in the way. She was hoping the silence would break without her having to say a word. This is how it happens. When a woman misses you, she might not admit it, but she'll show it. If you're paying attention, you'll catch the signs. They're not obvious, but they're there, and they're emotional as hell. She'll go places you used to go together, not by accident, but because she wants to feel something again. She'll talk to people who remind her of you. She might even date someone else, not because she's over you, but because she's trying to forget. And nothing feels worse than realizing you still miss someone while lying next to someone new. She might start arguments out of nowhere. Strange, right? But sometimes missing someone makes you angry. Angry that they're not here. Angry that they're not saying anything. Angry that they seem fine. Missing you doesn't always look like longing. Sometimes it looks like stubborn silence. Sometimes it looks like jealousy in disguise. Sometimes it looks like a girl who posts selfies looking way too good, just to remind you what you're not holding anymore. But here's the secret most guys miss. When she misses you, she watches you, quietly, from a distance. She becomes a ghost in your digital life, watching, lurking, hoping. She doesn't want to be forgotten. She wants to see if you'll crack, if you'll reach out, if you'll prove that this thing you had wasn't one-sided. Sometimes she'll send a wrong text, one of those messages that seems accidental, like, "Oops, wrong person." Number that wasn't an accident, that was bait. Or she'll ask you something random like, "Do you still have my hoodie?" She knows you do, but that question isn't about a hoodie, it's about connection. It's about checking the pulse of something that once felt alive. And then there's the memory triggers. You'll notice she starts liking things you like, music, movies, places. That's not coincidence, that's a breadcrumb trail, a trail leading back to you. Because here's what most people don't tell you. A woman's heart is deep, and when she lets someone in, it's not easy to shut it off. Even when she acts strong, even when she posts like she's thriving, even when she pretends she's too busy to care, there's a part of her that wonders if you're still thinking about her too. Now, that doesn't mean you should chase her. It doesn't mean you should fold the moment you feel her energy again, because what she's really doing is this. She's testing the water with her toes, hoping you'll dive in first. But here's the kicker. If you've grown since the breakup, if you've become stronger, more focused, more self-respecting, then you won't be pulled back into the same dance just because she misses you. You'll notice her signs, you'll understand what they mean, but you won't chase shadows. You'll respond only if it's real, if it's mutual, if it's deep. Because missing someone is not the same as being ready for them. Sometimes she misses you, but not enough to be different. not enough to fix what broke, not enough to love you the way you deserve. So don't get caught in the trap. Yes, she misses you, maybe a lot more than she'll ever admit, but that alone isn't reason to return. Emotion isn't the same as change, and love, real love, needs more than longing. It needs commitment, growth, and effort. So take the signs for what they are: a quiet message, a soft echo from the past, but only answer it if it feels like a future. And if it doesn't, let her miss you in peace, because your silence can speak too. Maybe she still thinks about you in the quiet moments, the ones that no one else sees. It's not in the loud distractions or the surface level smiles she shows to the world, but in those rare silent times when everything slows down and her mind drifts back to what you once were. She won't say it aloud, not because she doesn't feel it, but because admitting it would mean opening herself up in a way that feels risky, vulnerable. Instead, she hides her longing behind a mask of strength and quiet pride, pretending she has moved on when inside, there's a part of her that still aches with the absence of what you shared. She revisits old memories, scrolls through conversations she promised herself she would forget, wondering if you ever do the same, if you think about her at all. She questions whether you've really moved forward or if there's still a part of you holding on, waiting for a sign that she's still there. But she holds back, afraid to break the silence, scared that too much time has passed or that she pushed away something that could have been real. And you've changed. You stopped chasing after shadows and waiting for signs that may never come. You learned to honor your own worth and stopped letting your happiness depend on someone else's actions or feelings. Your silence now carries a quiet power. It says more than words ever could. It tells her that you were ready, that you were genuine, and that you cared deeply, but that she wasn't willing to meet you there. Let her carry the weight of missing you, because losing you is her lesson to learn. Meanwhile, you have found something far greater: the freedom that comes from letting go, from respecting yourself enough to move forward with strength and clarity.